So we're in Yellowstone Park, driving around, and apparently there's over 500 of these hot springs and geysers all through the park. And it's a pity you can't do smelly vision, because there's a lot of sulfur coming out of that ground. It stinks. So we're doing a 150-mile driving tour through the park today, self-guided. A lot of spots to stop and check out as we drive through, but how about making that your bathtub? Look how blue the water is. If we play our cards right, we might even get to see Old Faithful blow, which will be later tonight if we get there in time. That's at the end of our trip, the way we're doing it, but how cool is that? So we're just on our drive, continuing on the Grand Loop on Yellowstone, and beautiful meadow, and we just spotted this guy. Wandering the plains, all on his own. We thought we saw one around the bend behind where we just came from, and then we thought it was a log. Now we realized it wasn't a log. And there's all kinds of smaller springs in the ground here as well. We got hot springs coming out with signs telling us not to walk over this area. I guess if there's a 2,000-pound buffalo could walk on it, that should be fine, but not going to chance it. Got some more steamy ground over there. Apparently there's over 500 hot springs coming up throughout the park. Probably see some more. Alright, bye for now. So continuing with our Yellowstone road trip here. This is an area called Roaring Mountain, and there's a whole bunch of fissures in the mountain, and I guess they periodically change which ones are letting go steam at which point in time, but apparently sometimes they can be heard 4 miles away hissing. Amazing. So we're at Mammoth Hot Springs, and just running down towards the visitor center. We got a couple of baby elk. Where'd he go? This one over here saying, "You're going the wrong way, bud. Like you're walking into town. It's the wrong way." He's going, "I don't care, man. Smells like good fries over there." Yeah, over there. That's right. I don't care about all these people and cars. He's going, "Well, wait for me then, man. If you're going, I'm coming too." Wait, what was that? don't think so. I think that's Mama. I think that's Mama. And that's Baby. I'm telling you, they can smell the fries at that place across the street. They're going, I smell good food.
We're leaving. Time to leave.
All right. Let's go over here. They're looking, they're going, but that smells so good over there. Are you sure? Maybe we should go check it out.
Maybe they want a bison burger.
Oh, I don't think they like bison burgers. They see something over there, look. No, they gave up on whatever it was. All right, let's carry on.
Here comes another one.
Oh, that's what it was.
Trying to get the buddy. Big brother was long ago.
I was going to be in shit now for not doing what Mom said. All right, let's carry on. Bye for now. So part of the tour on this Grand Loop is that section called Tower Falls. So this is an area called Mud Volcano. We just stopped out on the Grand Loop. Exploring a little further on the Mud Volcano. It smells very, very strong of sulfur here.
Probably good sauna pack.
You want to dive and get dirty.
I think that would be therapeutic. So another section in this area, part known as Dragon Mouth Spring. That's freaky, eh?
That's a cool sound. It almost sounds like there's some waffles or something in there.
How cool is that?
I wonder how far in it goes.
I'm gonna send someone in to go see.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a good one. Ooh, look at that.
That is cool.
Could surf that one, look.
It's amazing.
That's my favourite spring so far. I like that one the best. There's a nice little bubbling mud hole. Another one. Reminds me of some clean out jobs I've had to do in the past. Oh, I guess if you know, you know. Alrighty. And then we got a whole bunch of sulfur gas and hot water coming up to the surface here. Bubbling away. Lovely. So we're continuing with our Grand Loop drive, and we've come quite a long way around Yellowstone Lake. Beautiful big lake. And we've just pulled over to there we go. Hopefully I can keep the camera steady now. Just to see the beauty around this place. And then as we get over onto the far shore over there, which is where we're heading, it looks like we got more hot springs. We've got huge mountains covered in snow. We're at an altitude of about 7,600 feet right now, and we've been up as high as 8,900 feet today on this part of this drive, and there was a lot of snow at that altitude. Oh, there's a special kind of rock crab climbing around and testing the water.
Yeah, it's about 40 degrees.
Somebody wants to go for a swim. You want swimming? Alrighty, that's it for now. Ciao. So we made it to Old Faithful Giza, and it's due to erupt some point in the next 30 minutes, based on apparently 800 years of this thing spewing out. So we'll see if we can catch it. They've got quite the setup here for people to sit and wait for some steam and molten chemicals, molten rock to just throw itself up out of the earth. But I'm sure it'll be worth it. It's a beautiful evening, and we're about 3/4 of the way complete on our drive now. So yeah, hopefully I can catch it on video for you guys. Alright, bye for now. So there's a bunch of other smaller geysers behind Old Faithful, and they're all happily steaming excuse me, steaming away in the background. And I'm assuming that this is the one we're all waiting for. So we're wishing it good luck. Alright. Hopefully we get to see 100 and something feet of steam, and
maybe they all blow at the same time.
Yeah, maybe some steam and some hot gases spew up out of the earth. I guess it will remind me of some of my wonderful time working in the past, watching some catastrophes during my working career.
Yeah, no, we just
Anyway,
around 6:30. So.
for those that know, I guess you know. All right. Bye for now. Here we go. Here we go.
Okay, now we got some action.
That was it.
Yeah.
Look at the water running over the rocks.
Yeah, that's cool. Baby. Oh, look at the little baby.